September 11, 2013. We're going to zoom in. You see the name Liza Rischer. This is Tiger Hardy, Leland Hardy, bringing it to you live. November 11, 2013. We just called her. We're going to call her again. This is a 101-year-old Miss Liza Rischer, who I grew up under right here on 50th Street in West Philly. I actually thought she had passed away 30 years ago until I saw her a couple of years ago coming out the house, and I filmed her. Now we're going to see if we can get her again. I just talked to her a little while ago. Go visit her at the house. See what's up. Hopefully she picks up. I'm not taking a nap or something.
Hello?
Hey, Miss Liza, how you doing? It's Tiger.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm coming up to your door. I wanted to stop by and see you real quick.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, baby. This is Liza Rischer, 101 years old, young as I don't know what, fit as a fiddle, been taking care of herself all these years. Gonna see what's up with her. All right. How you doing? You know I had to have the camera rolling because I always got to get you on tape.
You want to take me to look like this?
Oh, I got you. You history.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? I got to get you.
Oh.
Because you history. You know what I mean? You sounded so good on the phone when I just put you on it with my eye. How you doing?
Okay, how about you?
I'm hanging. Beautiful. I ain't seen you in a couple of years. Last time I saw you, I had the camera rolling and I was talking to you.
I think,
Yeah,
right up front there.
Right, yeah. How you been?
Not too bad.
Good. You still getting along, doing your thing, huh?
I'm 101 years old.
Wow. Unbelievable. I want to sit down and talk to you about your, just some history. See, we don't talk enough to, our elders to really learn, what it was like or whatever. So just for a few minutes, I just want you to tell me. I know you came up out of Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Right. What part of Virginia were you born in?
King and Queen County, Stevensville, Virginia.
Okay. And that was below the Mason-Dixon line?
Huh?
That was below the Mason-Dixon line? In other words, it was slaves in Virginia, that part of Virginia then?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been in Philadelphia 80-some years.
Wow. So you came up here, what, age 20?
I came up here in Philadelphia in 1927.
Okay. Wow. 27. My father was born in 24. Unbelievable.
Is that right?
Yeah. So when you were down there, so let's say, and I'll try to put this in perspective because a person who's your age, 101, you literally, so you were born in what, 1912? I'm sure.
1912.
No. Yeah. Yeah, 1912. Okay.
It's
So
the
you
year
born in
the
19?
Titanic went down.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You heard that?
Oh, of course, please.
Yeah.
One of the biggest stories of all time. So you born in 1912. If slavery ended in 1863, right? A person in 1912 would have been, let's say, 50 years old, 49 years old. They could have had a child.
Yeah.
So in other words, you were old enough to have had a parent that was a slave. Unbelievable. And that's how recent slavery was in America. So who did you know? Do you have any stories about people that were in slavery or one generation below that you grew up?
I have forgotten.
Huh. I mean, just tell me any story that any of them ever told you about or what it was like or whatever. Or
Any of them told me?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about anyone who, let's say, was when you were 10 or 11 or 12 or 15 years old down there, and you know someone whose father was a slave their whole life, or a mother who was a slave their whole life. What did they tell you about, coming into freedom, or what kind of things did you see? Surely you never thought you would see a black president. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I really tell you, I have forgotten.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have forgotten all those people.
What's the furthest back you can remember?
I remember when my grandfather, I stayed with my grandfather and grandmother a while.
Okay.
My parents come to Jersey to work.
Okay.
And I stayed with my grandparents.
Okay.
And they would come back to Virginia in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
In the spring, they'd come back to Jersey. And
Working in the farms or something? Migrant workers?
They worked in the farm
Okay.
in Jersey.
Okay. And they would come back when there was no more work in the farms in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And they would be with you the whole winter. You have any brothers and sisters, or you
No brothers.
You're the only child.
I was the only child.
You have any relatives, cousins that you
I
had?
had cousins.
Okay.
In Baltimore, I had 12 cousins.
In
but they're
Baltimore?
all dead now.
Wow. You know their name, the last name? Because I know some people in Baltimore.
There was Whites.
White?
Whites. Yeah.
Okay.
Was an undertaker there, Joe Russ.
Okay.
You remember Joe Russ? You don't know him.
Nah.
He was an undertaker. I guess he still lives, but I don't know.
Huh.
And I got a cousin here in Philadelphia, but she's in Maryland right now with
Okay.
her oldest daughter.
Okay. And how old is she? Like 80-something?
About 79 or something.
Okay,
like that.
okay. Wow. Okay.
And I got a cousin now in Woodstown, New Jersey.
Okay.
She's 87.
Wow. And you fitted in all of them probably, huh?
Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah.
So just tell me so you came up before there were cars. I mean, what was the first time you saw a car?
Oh, my father bought a car. He bought a Ford.
When was this?
Ford. In the 1900s, I guess.
So
I tell you, I can't remember them things.
Well, I'm saying, so if you were born in 1912, right?
Yeah.
So when do you think you first saw a car? When you were like 7, 8? How old was your father when he bought that Ford?
Wow.
You were 9, 10, 11?
Something like that.
Right. And you had a rumble seat in the back, one of them?
No, I didn't have no rumble seat.
Okay. You don't remember what kind it was? It was a
No.
Model T or anything like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
But that was the first car you ever saw? You think?
I think so.
Huh. And so when you were around when you didn't have a telephone when you were coming up?
No.
What about running water?
No, we didn't have no running water.
Right. You had an outhouse for a toilet?
A well or a spring.
Okay.
The water
Yeah.
from the spring.
So were you on a farm growing up?
Yeah, my grandfather had a farm.
Okay.
He raised corn, sugar cane, make his own molasses,
Wow.
and like that.
Now, did he inherit land with the 40 acres and a mule situation? Is that how he got his farmland?
I don't know how he got it,
Okay.
but I know he had it.
Is it still in the family?
No.
Okay. Huh. Now, did you ever marry or anything? Because I only always remember you being alone.
Huh?
Did you ever marry?
Married?
Yeah, did you ever get married? Did you ever have a husband?
Yeah, I had a husband.
Okay.
You know him.
Oh, Mr. Rischer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got married when I was 24 years old.
Wow. And when did he pass?
83. February 23rd, 1983.
Wow.
He passed.
Wow.
He had that Alzheimer's.
Okay. Wow.
My mother, she was 91 when she passed.
Is that right?
And my father was only 6. He didn't get his first Social Security check.
Is that
He
right?
signed up for it, but
Right.
he didn't live to get it.
Wow. Unbelievable. Huh. So what else can that you saw as an incredible change from not having running water as a child, seeing the first car you ever seen? Were you traveling by horses and so on back then? Horseback,
Well, we had
walking?
horse and wagon.
Right. Horse and wagon.
Yeah.
Wow. So when was the first time you saw a telephone? Age 15, 17, 18?
I think I was in Philadelphia when I first saw a telephone.
Wow. So that would have been, you came here when you were 20-something years old.
27. When I come to Philadelphia, I was about 14 years old.
Okay. And that was the first time you probably saw a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Huh. What have you ever been on an airplane?
Have I ever been on?
Yes.
Yes, once. Our
Okay.
church, Ebenezer Baptist Church, run a trip to Disneyland.
Okay.
And that was back there in the 40s, 30s, 40s.
Huh.
In the 40s, I guess it was.
So you flew one time in
One
1940s?
time, and I wouldn't fly no more.
Wow. Unbelievable. I'm just trying to think, the incredible changes that have taken place in your lifetime in history.
Oh, a lot
So
have
now,
taken change.
I remember vividly when Martin Luther King was assassinated. I was out here.
Yeah.
I was 7 years old. I was running up and down the street.
Yeah.
And when I heard the news, I ran in the house. My mother was sewing. I said,
Yeah.
Mom, they killed Dr. King. They killed Dr. King. And there was a time when every household, probably in this house, you had a picture of John F. Kennedy and a picture of Martin Luther King on every black home's wall.
Yeah.
And so you remember the moment that happened, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And so were you around when Martin Luther King came and spoke right over here on the Lancaster Avenue? You remember that?
I was around, but I didn't go up there.
But you heard it that he was there.
I heard about it.
Yeah, he was 10,000 people right there, Lancaster
Yeah.
Avenue and Haverford Avenue.
Yeah.
Right at that intersection. They have a plaque up there now,
Right.
which is only about a 15, 20-minute walk from here. Right. And so what other, incredible things? You've been through World War One, World War Two,
Yeah.
Korean War, Vietnam War. So were you there? I mean, what do you remember when they started saying, when they hit Pearl Harbor, for example?
Yeah.
What did you heard people hollering in the street? They attacked Pearl Harbor. Or you heard it on the radio
Yeah.
or what?
I was working down at 11th and Castle in the macaroni factory at that time.
Okay. And what happened? How did you hear about it? What did they say?
They closed up for that day, and all of us went home.
Wow. What were they saying? The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And the next day it was on the paper, hear ye, and all
Right.
that. Right. When's the first time you think you saw a television?
Back in 1940s, I guess, something like that.
Is that right? Huh. You remember the first thing you ever saw on a television?
Huh?
Do you remember the first thing you ever saw on a television?
No, I don't.
But you remember the Man on the Moon, 1969, and all that. John F. Kennedy Jr.'s assassination.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What's the biggest thing you think you can say you remember in your lifetime happening that changed the world? Whether one of the biggest, whether it was Martin Luther King's, March on Washington, or President Obama becoming president.
President Obama, the first black president we had. That's the biggest thing.
Right. You say that was the biggest thing that happened in your life, huh?
To me.
Right. Wow. I got to make sure that he sees this. You know what I'm saying? I can get this to him. So we got to make sure that, President Obama sees this. 101-year-old Liza Rischer. Did you get a chance to vote for Mr. Obama?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's history. I mean, what else can we say? Anything else that you want to say that, some young people can watch this and learn from, that way black people should be treating each other or achieving?
They should treat each other equal. I understand that they should, but they don't.
Huh. What you think of the black on black crime and all that stuff that's going on out here?
It's awful, terrible.
Right. I know there was a time if a black man or anybody saw a black woman walk across the street carrying bags, you run over there and grab her bags and help her across the street.
Yeah, they would do it.
That's how we used to do it.
They don't do it anymore.
Right. Walk up, you need your pavement swept, miss.
Right.
You need me to shovel the snow in front of the house.
Right.
Right. Huh. Unbelievable. All right, well, I'm going to try to make sure we get President Obama to see this tape here. And you say that, the greatest thing that happened in your 100 years is the election of President Obama. Huh. Unbelievable. All right, we're here with Liza Rischer, still getting going, and hopefully she can keep on for many more years to come. Leland Hardy bringing it.
I'll be here too many more years.
Oh, no, I think you will. They got a guy that they just found 120-something years down in South America.
Oh, yeah.
He walks every day, works in a farm, 127.
I won't get that either.
How's your health? How's everything going?
Pretty good.
Good. And did you do anything special? How can you, I know it's longevity is in your, you heard Martin Luther King say, longevity not promised to any man. But you obviously found yours somehow. What do you eat,
What do I eat?
Yeah.
I eat cereal. The doctor said not going to take me off nothing that I like.
Yeah,
let me eat it.
I got you.
I guess you figure I'm not going to be there here that long, so let me eat it. So I eat cereal. I just said pig feet once in a while.
Hey.
Chicken.
Okay.
Fish.
Uh-huh.
And greens and different things,
Uh-huh. So when you were growing up eating pig feet, that's what we had. They fed the slop and all that to the slaves.
Yeah.
So that's all we had to eat, Fat back and all that chitlins.
Fat chitlins.
Right. Yeah. Hog maws.
That's right.
Pig, oxtails.
That's right.
Right. Cow tongue.
Yeah.
You had all that, huh?
Yeah.
Right. That's all the slop that the massa wouldn't eat and feed his own kids, and they fed to us.
Right.
See? And that's how we as black people tended to eat these kind of things, and thus we have, in general, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, because we're used to this. We've been programmed, if you will,
right,
from doing this. We don't understand the origins of it. An educated person like myself understands it. And you just mentioned you eat pig feet every now and then. That's what you had. That's all you had. You know?
Black-eyed peas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know?
Lima beans.
That's right. You got all that out the farm, huh?
Yep.
Wow. You know? Unbelievable. Let me just make sure we get us both on camera here. I'm here with Liza Rischer, Leland Tiger Hardy, bringing it to you live September 11th. Special tribute to all the fallen that fell on this tragic day. But we remember it. We love everybody and wish everybody peace and love.